Marathons are hard, but I think 20 milers by yourself are even harder because you don't have crowds. You're responsible for your own hydration and nutrition, and you're responsible for getting yourself up at the crack of dawn to start your workout, because the longer you wait, you're going to be out in the sun and it's going to be a miserable experience. Welcome back to my channel. After months of training and having completed the Big Cottonwood Half Marathon and Manhattan Beach 10K just weeks prior, here we are, the final stretch before the Revel Big Bear Marathon. This isn't just any marathon, it's my attempt at qualifying for the Boston Marathon with a sub 3:35. It's a fast course and my best chance of nabbing a BQ after they just changed the qualifying standards. In this episode, I'm taking you through a long run workout and the peak week of my training. Sounds scary as race day is approaching. Well, this is my intro because it's still pretty dark and this phone doesn't do very well in the dark. I guess I'll see you later in the run. 8-mile warm-up done, and now the rest of the workout. So I gotta run 5 miles between 8:40 and 8:45 minute pace. Keeping it steady state, it's 6:11 and still dark, so that's why I'm not really filming too much of me running, because the footage is going to be useless. It's dark. So I'll see you, I guess, at the end of the 5-mile workout. Hopefully there'll be a little bit more light. 13 miles down with that 5-mile steady state workout. Now in my last mile, which is a cool down. It's nice to have the light out now. It's a little after 7 o'clock. 14 miles checked off with 5 miles of steady state running. 14 miles done, and we're 4 weeks away from the Revel Big Bear Marathon. I feel a little bit more confident. This is actually the first long run I've had where I felt strong. I did a long run about 3 weeks ago. It was a 15-miler. Completely disastrous because I walked about half of it. And then last week I did an 18-miler, but it was on the treadmill because it was way too hot outside. That ended up being a bad idea because I jacked up both my calves from pounding on the treadmill. I mean, it's just one platform or one surface for the entire 18 miles, whereas when you run outside, the surfaces vary, so it gives your calves a break. Now I'm gonna go and shower and try to beat the construction crew because they're coming in this morning to continue the kitchen remodel. Whose bright idea was it to remodel the kitchen right before a big race? Not my toilet. Remember, I'm not remodeling my bathroom, just the kitchen. Brings a whole new meaning to porta potty. This is what I get to come home to. Believe it or not, they're making a lot of progress. I think we are going to meet the 5-week timeline. So I might actually get this kitchen done right after the Big Bear full marathon. Work hard, refuel even harder. With the construction going on, I spent the day recovering at the local coffee shop. Anything I could do to reduce my stress levels over the remodel on my day off. Maybe a honey lavender latte and almond croissant will do the trick. I need to reset for the upcoming peak week. Marathon training is about discipline, which means getting yourself up early and running in the dark before daylight savings. I actually found running in the dark soothing, like the Strand was my oyster. Good morning there. It's October 21st, and we're 3 weeks away from the Revel Big Bear Marathon. And I'm out here early, getting in some speed work done. Actually, I'm on the cool down version. I started my run super early this morning because remember, I am remodeling my kitchen, so I'm trying to beat the contractors because they're shutting off the water. Definitely want to shower before they shut off the water. So yeah, I've been running since like a 5:40 a.m. and it was way too dark to do any filming. But I did my speed intervals and now I'm about half a mile left into my cool down. So I'll see you at the end. There we have it, 8 miles down, and I still have time to shower before the contractors get here. Welcome to peak week. Yes, this is the time where I get in the most mileage for this training cycle. So I have on tap 41 miles this week. I know there are some people who do way more miles for their peak week. They do like 60, 90 miles per week. But the reality is I'm not fast enough to get in all those mileage with the limited amount of time. I also have a heavy load of shifts this week at work. They're all 12-hour shifts, and I have 7 of them with 1 day off. I know, how does that math work? Yeah, so I'm working 7 12-hour shifts in 8 days, and somehow I'm gonna get in 41 miles during that time. So that's great if you're one of those speedy people who can get in 60 to 90 miles during peak week. That's so awesome. I wish I could do that. I'm just a mere mortal, so if I can survive this week, then I'm happy. The speed workout today consisted of 2 miles warm up, which I did in the dark, and then 4 by 1 miles between 7:45 to 7:55 minute pace. It was a little nerve-wracking running that fast in the dark because I was scared of tripping over a crack in the pavement, but I did it. Starting the week with 8 miles, 4 of those miles at my threshold pace between 7:45 to 7:55 minutes per mile. Gives me a little bit of a confidence boost going into the rest of this week. To cap this peak week off, I have the dreaded 20 miler at the end. I hate this part of the training, but it's a necessary evil. Not sure which one is worse, running 20 miles or working in the ER on a Monday night. Ugh, that's a tough one. During the weeks leading up to the Surf City Marathon earlier this year, I had to deal with plumbing issues. Why is it that anytime I have to deal with home renovation issues, they have to coincide with my marathon training? I guess I'm just really bad at planning these things. But what's keeping me going is maintaining my discipline and sticking to the training plan. You can't rely solely on motivation to achieve this difficult goal of a BQ. I got in another 4 miles, but on the treadmill to keep things easy. I found it more convenient to complete my easy miles on the treadmill at the gym between shifts. At least I could force myself to run at an easy pace to keep with the polarized training principle. Otherwise, it would have been tempting to have run all those miles in the gray zone just because I wanted to get them done and over with. It's Thursday, October 24th of peak week. So we're now at 17 miles out of 41. So remember on Monday, I did my 8 miles of speed work. And then yesterday I did 4 miles easy on the treadmill. And now today, 5 miles easy on the treadmill. Gearing up for tomorrow's 20 miler, the dreaded 20 miler. And again, this is the part of marathon training that I really hate. But thank goodness I only have to suck it up and do it once. Go Dodgers! This was right before Game 1 of the World Series and was a good excuse to carbo load before my 20 miler. I only had 1 donut, the rest were to share with others. There's a unique dread that comes with the 20-mile run, the longest and hardest part of marathon training. It's the run you circle on your training plan, the one you simultaneously look forward to in fear. Especially in my case, since I had a 15-miler and 18-miler weeks ago that were so bad that I'm too embarrassed to share in this vlog. Good morning. It is October 25th and it's 6:07 a.m. It's still dark, but I gotta get this 20 miler out of the way. The sun hasn't come out yet and it's not gonna come out till about 7:04 according to my app. So I'm gonna start this first hour in the darkness. That's the thing about these 20 milers that I don't like. You gotta start early because you know that you're going to be out on the roads for about 3 hours, a little over 3 hours, at least for me, because I'm going to be taking it slow. Here we go, start of our 20 miler. I'll see you later when there's more sunlight. We're 4 miles down, so that's 20% of this 20 miler down, averaging 9:35 minute pace. That's good. Remember, this is supposed to be an easy run on the last 5K. I'm supposed to go fast. We'll see if I'll have the legs to do that last 5K fast. I'm not really shooting for a time goal. I just want to complete this workout. At least the nice thing about this 20 miler is that there are these stops because I don't want to get run over by a car. Back there was actually a car that ran a red light, but not this one because the light's on me. We're 6 miles down and you can see the sunrise there beyond those homes. I'm just glad that I got to get that first hour of running in the dark because that decreases my sun exposure and hence my perceived exertion. The sun out here in the Inland Empire can really beat you down. There we go with the sunrise over there beyond this freeway. We're entering Montana. You may remember Fontana was where I ran the Fontana Days run. That's Montana for you. And sunrise. Seven miles down, have my sunglasses on because the sun is up now. Have 13 miles left, so it's like a half marathon. With these super long runs, you have to kind of gamify it. So for me, breaking it up into chunks, it's like running a 10K and a half marathon at once. Math sort of works out, close enough. Now turning around with the sun behind me, and you can see the beautiful San Bernardino Mountains up ahead. I believe that's Cucamonga Peak up ahead, and then behind it would be Mount Baldy. We got 10 miles down, and that means we're halfway over. We're halfway done with this 20 miler. 50%. I'm so excited. What's been helpful with this run, again, are these intersections because it's a forced break just to get my heart rate down. Remember, I'm not trying to run for speed here. It's about time on feet and getting this run down. All right, we're 13.1, so we just completed a half marathon. Woohoo! 14 miles down, here I am at the stoplight, and I stupidly hit stop or end on my workout or my watch. Shoot, that sucks because I was doing really well there. Oh well, so once I get past the light, I want to restart my watch. It'll, just gonna have to add both those workouts. I would have loved to have stuck those two workouts on the same workout, I guess. All right, here we go again. Gonna restart this 6 mile workout. Okay, I'm gonna reset my watch. All right, here we go. Hey, I have a light there. Hey. See, and that's exactly why I stopped at the stoplights, because these cars are rude. They just go right through the intersection, even though I had the light. Hey, now I'm on mile 15 and I'm feeling good. I'm just so happy because when I did this 15-mile run 4 weeks ago, it was awful. I ended up walking half of it. It was just a completely miserable experience. It took me 3 hours and 43 minutes to do that 15-mile workout. Talk about time on feet. It was more like half of it was walking. But I'm still doing good right now. So 5 more miles until we're done. All right, 16 miles and we're here at a water station. So I'm gonna pause and refill my water bottle. And this time I actually hit pause and not end. I just feel so ridiculous having hit end instead of pause. That would have been so great to have recorded the 20 miler. Or record that 20 miler on one workout rather than two separate ones like I'm gonna have to do today. All right, looks like this water fountain's working. All right, back to the workout, 4 more miles. Mile 17, the last 3 miles, which my coach wants me to ramp it up and just try to take it fast. We'll see how I'm able to do it, because earlier I went out a little too fast, So I'm starting to feel the fatigue in my legs here, but at least we're getting closer to home. Mile 18 was at 8:55. A little faster there. About to hit another stoplight there for a break because I don't want to get run over. Mile 19, 8:52. Yay, only one more mile left. This is 20 miler. Only 0.05 miles away from 20 miles. I can't believe it. I actually completed this 20 miler. We did it. Mile 20, 8:34. Wow, that last mile was fast. 8:34. And I'm officially done with the 20 miler for the Revel Big Bear Marathon preparation. You have no idea how pleased I am with this workout. This is a workout that I've been dreading for weeks when I saw it on my calendar. I thought we were going to peak at 18 miles because that's what I've done in the past with other marathon training cycles. Like my coach would just have me peak at 18 miles. So I was really surprised that he put this 20 miler on. Plus, my other long runs were complete duds. I told you about that 15 miler about 4 weeks ago where I walked about half of it. And then I actually had an 18 miler 2 weeks ago. Because it was so hot out here in the Inland Empire, I ended up doing it on the treadmill, which turned out not to be a good idea because that workout messed up my calves. Let's just say 18 miles of pounding on the treadmill, not so good. It caused a lot of stress on my calves there. But this exercise was not just about, building up the physical endurance and time on your feet. It was also an exercise on mental resilience. I'm just gonna have to remember when I start getting down the dumps at mile 20, feeling like about to hit the wall and throw my marathon goals out the window or off the mountain because we're going down the mountain of Big Bear. I'm gonna remember this workout, how I was able to get it together and do it. The hardest part of peak week is over. So with that 20 miler, I'm up to 37 miles so far for this week. Now, time to rest up. I have a 12-hour shift tonight. I wish I could have recorded the 20 miler as a single workout, but here it is side by side. While there are runners who could run 20 miles much faster, the point of this run was about training my mind to stay focused in spite of whatever discomfort I felt. Good morning. It is October 27th, Sunday, 2 weeks away from the Big Bear Revel Marathon, and it's the end of my peak week. So going out for a 4-mile easy run. 4 miles is nothing compared to that 20 miler from 2 days ago. Climbing this hill as part of my 4 miler. I run this path every other weekend. It's good because there's a little bit of hills training, and then on the other side, when I come down, I get some downhill training, which is perfect for Big Bear. Yay! Now we get to the downhill section, so I'm gonna make back time because going up that incline, I really slowed down. I just love this part of the workout. It's downhill, replicating part of the course, so I get to work on my form, my cadence, how I'm gonna step. What a way to end the week, and at least I'm still standing. There you have it, end of peak week. 4 miles down for a total of 41 miles. Can't wait till tomorrow when I start the next week. I'm gonna be going down in mileage. I survived peak week in this marathon training cycle. November 3rd, and hope you guys got to enjoy an extra hour of sleep. This is where we're at with the kitchen, more of the cabinets being installed. So you're starting to get an idea of what this kitchen is going to look like. Waiting for the range to come in now. Training for a marathon isn't just about clocking miles. It's about facing yourself every single day, is about waking up early, running in the dark, through sore muscles, through self-doubt, and finding strength you didn't know you had. This journey to the finish line is much about mental resilience as it is about physical endurance. Every step, every struggle, it's building a version of me that's stronger, faster, and more determined. Here's to believing in the work, trusting the process, and never giving up what you set out to achieve. I'll see you after November 16th, hopefully with a BQ and a brand new kitchen.